we go. I know what you're thinking. Who are those two guys? You taking off your glasses? You're cleaning them off, trying to see who are these two fellas, these strapping young gentlemen on stream. That's right. It is none other than Titus and Levi, not the experts, is back. We have made our glorious return. As soon as I said that, Levi's camera went out. This is magical. This is great work. This is how you know we're back. Not the experts is here once again. There he is. He's back.
Could you hear me?
No, I lost your audio.
Yeah, dude, right at that moment somebody was calling. Yeah, for my work or whatever. So it's coming through an app. So
Oh
that's
yeah,
why.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But very appropriate.
my answer to the question. Is NTE back?
Uh-oh.
Yes, NTE is back. Yes, we are. Breaking news. Tell the world. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We are here once again. Oh man, it feels good to be back on this. Life got in the way. A lot of life changes have happened in our lives individually. So things
Yes.
got things got busy, but we're here. Not the experts is back. Feels good to be on the mic. Levi, how you feeling, bro?
I'm good. I'm good. Feels very good to be back. Yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
and we both have had life changes,
Right.
a lot of them, but I would say you've definitely got me beat uh on having more.
All right. So that brings us to our first segment. You know, what's new? Levi, what's new with you,
You
bro?
want well, I'm not alone on this, but I'm engaged. So yeah,
I am
finally popped the
engaged too.
question.
Yes,
Yes.
I too am engaged. We are not engaged to each other.
No,
We're
yeah,
just
that's
both
right.
engaged separately to women.
I mean, we could make a beautiful couple. I'm sure a lot of people are
That's a
disappointed
fact.
by that,
That's a
but too bad we're taken.
technically our relationship is longer than our actual dating relationships. Our
Oh
podcast
yeah, for
relationship
sure.
has lasted way longer. It's been way longer than the dating. So, we are
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, we are. But yeah, no, we are engaged. I have moved. I'm no longer in my hometown. I'm in the big Savannah, Georgia now. You know, I was like, "Ooh, should
What
I
you
say
like in
that?" Like,
Savannah?
I'm like, how many people care? Who's gonna come stalk me in Savannah? Like, no one cares that much. Yeah, it's nice, man. It's different enough, but it's not like too hectic.
Yeah,
It's got like the space to be quiet if you want, but also the space to kind of turn up if you feel like it.
yeah.
Um, Nice, wonderful food scene. Slightly overpriced, a little bit overpriced
No, yeah, for
at
sure.
times. But other than that,
But that's because of
I'm
the tourism. That's because of
exactly,
the yeah.
exactly. I've slightly become that guy too. That goes downtown and I see these people walking down. So I'm like, why are you so excited about?
Oh yeah, I mean that just comes with age and
Right?
maturity. Yeah. But
Uh,
also, yeah, you becoming the Homer, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
judging everybody
I'm just down
else.
here to get a meal. You're down here to take pictures. I'm down here to eat.
Yeah, I'm sure that gets annoying.
Yeah. Even though we took our engagement photos on River Street, so I guess that it's the mold too.
No, yeah, yeah,
You remember the spot we went to? We were like overlooking the river.
yeah.
We were like down on that actual street.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, cool,
yeah.
cool.
They're really dope. They're really dope, honestly. They need to be in like
Yeah,
some
I
kind of
mean,
tourism book, Savannah tourism, some kind of book. We need some kind of check payment, something for that. We put on for the city.
for wait, y'all are getting put on that? Or are
No,
you
we
saying
need
y'all
to.
need to be?
We
Oh,
need to. We
yeah,
put on.
okay,
We
yeah,
really put
yeah,
on for the
yeah.
city. Really put on for the city.
Send it to
Uh,
him.
yeah, right. I'm going. Yo, I told you, yo,
Yeah,
we need to get these edited because I'm posting them somewhere. They getting sent. We getting something out of this deal. We leaving with something.
yeah. Say, hey, first round half off.
Yeah,
First
right.
round half off. Y'all get these. You're welcome. And then we'll
Facts.
get a regular price going forward.
Facts. Um.
Yeah.
Also, in my new digs, I have better internet, so I can probably stream more than before. So you might get live. You might get some streams back. We might be really back up. Fix this
Yeah.
this lighting area. This is the best lighting I could get in the house, right? This is the best lighting I could get. It's not even that late. It's 4 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock, and it looks like it's nighttime, but it's not. It's just it had to work
You need to
4.5.
invest in a little Amazon LED
I
light
really do.
or
I really do.
yeah.
Um, and then, oh yeah, I guess the other part, we are actually both in each other's wedding. How about that?
Yes.
And we,
And what's crazier is the original dates or the first dates were back to back or back to
yes,
back weekends. Yeah.
yes,
It's
and
changed, but yeah.
yeah, and we called each other the same day with the same news with
Yep.
the same question. Life's funny.
Yeah, it
Life,
really is.
but look at us. Who would have thought?
Who said men couldn't get in sync? Or maybe we have our own cycle, but it's more of a, emotional or intellectual cycle than a
Right,
physical cycle.
right. So, Levi, the sporting world has not stopped. It's kept going.
No, it's actually probably ramped up a whole
Yeah,
lot since we've
got
been,
real. Yes, it
yeah,
got real hectic. Got real hectic outside.
it has.
I'm a two-time Super Bowl champion, but that was 3 years ago.
Yes.
I won't have to get into football. I just wanted to mention that. The NBA playoffs are deep.
Hmm.
We are deep into the playoffs. How you been feeling so far? Have you been? You think these playoffs have been like exciting, a little mid, a little bit of both?
Uh, Both exciting and mid, but that's just because of the amount of blowout games there have been. Which I mean probably really hasn't been that many because many of them have had these late comebacks to draw it close, but
Thank you,
it has
Boston.
been it's been super weird, but I do like the parody. Um, and don't know how everybody else feels about this in the fandom community, but I like the Pacers being up there. I think they're a fun team. I like these outsiders being in the final running.
Yeah, and I'm sure this surprises you none, but I kind of hate it.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Give me,
Yeah, I could have guessed that.
give me my parody back. Give me. I don't like parody in my basketball. All right, not a fan.
I don't think
I
you like
want my
parody in really
favorites.
anything.
I don't because I want my favorites. All right,
Yeah.
my blue buds, my team that came here for purpose. Did you know
Except
since
for no, no,
2019?
no. Except
Go ahead.
you like parody in college football.
Yeah, parody and college football's fun. That's good.
Yeah, that's what you like. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't mind. I don't mind when now with the playoff era, I do tend to favor the top seeds more because I think I knew this wasn't gonna change anything dramatically. So I do favor like
Hmm.
when a dominant team just goes and wins. Like, oh wow, shocker, the two
Yeah.
seed won. Ain't that something?
Hmm.
But what was I saying? Oh yeah, and did you know, Levi, that since 2019, no team that won the championship has made it out of the second round?
Uh, no,
I don't like that.
didn't.
That's not the basketball I grew up on. That's not what I was taught hoops was. That's not the hoops I came up with. The hoops I came up with was like, hey, you won the championship this year, you got like a 4-year window. You might win another one.
Hmm.
And now it's just, you won yours. Hey, congrats. Good
One
luck
and
in it.
done's. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't like this that much. I don't care about the Pacers. I don't like Thunder, but that's a personal reason. Me and Thunder have personal issues. And it's Sam Presti committed crimes against basketball and he doesn't deserve to be there.
But
Um,
hey, it's working though.
it is working.
It
He,
finally came into fruition. So you have to give him that.
I know he's done so well. I just don't know. I want to have a championship. But no, this era is just so like, you know, it felt like there was always steps to take. And now it's like, well, they might just make the finals because, who do you trust over there? It's not like they got to
Yeah.
take down there's no juggernaut for them to like conquer. There's nothing to conquer. It's just, because their biggest threat got traded to the Lakers. So
Well, I got traded to you cut
Luca.
out there for
Oh,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
the biggest
Luca.
threat got traded to the Lakers. They have to
Yeah.
conquer him. He just left.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Oklahoma City. I don't want them to win. I've found myself cheering for Jokic.
Oh really?
Yeah, honestly, the thing with it was once Jokic got his ring, I'm like, you know what, cool. All right, He liked that. That's all I needed to see. I feel like they were
Yeah.
putting him up there before he done it, and like he did it. Hey, cool man.
What what do you think about, and maybe you really just maybe you haven't been paying attention to this or don't care about it anymore, but what do you think about his, you know, attitude, his public attitude towards basketball, which I think has been evolving ever since,
It has, right? Like I feel like he
yeah,
likes it more than he did before. He seems like he actually enjoys his job now. He
yeah,
doesn't enjoy it as much as he enjoys international basketball. He likes that more. He likes
yeah.
Nav Serbia more. But
Well,
you know what it is?
well, I mean, also he can play his style of basketball better
That's also true.
because
That's
he can
also
be more
true.
physical.
It's also very true.
Yeah.
But what the other thing with it is he gets to now that he gets to coach now. Coach Jokic's son.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, you are deep in this thing now.
Yeah.
What's funny, I feel like the more annoyed he got with this team, the more he started to care.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what it's like what needed to happen.
Yeah, yeah. He's annoyed and now he deeply cares about it. Like, oh look, this is all I wanted. But now he seems to enjoy himself.
I think also maybe like the key person who kind of plays a role in Jokic's evolvement is Aaron Gordon. I feel like him I don't know if they're that close off the court, but it seems like you know, everything that Aaron Gordon has said about him
Yeah.
in these press conferences and also just like they play very well like complementary basketball now, how that relationship's grown. And he's putting in probably the most effort out there on the whole team. So yeah, I don't know, maybe he's I don't know, maybe that relationship there on the court and off the court has made him yeah,
And his goat, his
love it
his
more.
like, and his guy Russell Westbrook is here, who he wanted. He was like, nah, give me Russ.
No, yeah,
Go
yeah,
get me
yeah.
Russ. And like, when they made that decision, I listened to a podcast. They were like, Russell Westbrook is good for them because it's not gonna allow you to not care about basketball. Russell Westbrook. I was like, you know
Yeah,
what?
that's true.
That's a good point. Like, good and the bad, Russ gonna care. Russ is gonna go out there and give effort.
Yeah, one of the funniest stories is the Jeff Teague story where I don't know, he made fun of Russ or said something like that.
Yeah, I know exactly
I
what you're
can't
talking
remember
about.
what Russ said to
Yeah,
him. He was like, "That's why
yeah.
you don't care," or I don't know, or maybe you should care more or something like that. I
No, no.
can't
What happened?
remember
Yeah,
what he said.
Jeff and Russ were getting into it, and Russ said something, and Jeff said, "Man, nobody care about all that." And Russ said, "That's your problem."
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
And I'm like, that does summarize Russell Westbrook and Jeff Teague.
And he was right. I mean, he was
He
right.
was. He was correct.
That is just his problem is, and
It
he'll
is.
say it like, yeah, he didn't care.
Right. And that's why I have the utmost respect for Jeff Teague, like, because he's not here trying to lie about his career. He's just like,
Yeah,
I was decent. He actually, it's funny. He actually down talks his career to where you think he was a scrub. It's like, no, Jeff Teague was a very viable NBA starter for a
yeah,
long
he
time.
was, he
But you
was.
some talk about himself, you'll think he was just a bum.
Yeah, but I love his who's his co-star or co-host, which I know
I know
he's
you're
got
talking
two
about.
of them,
Yeah,
but
I forgot his name though. But yeah,
yeah, yeah, the bigger dude, like
yeah,
he's funny. He is so
it
funny.
really is. It really is. But yeah, so Denver and OKC is tied 2-2. The Celtics are down one game because they decided they didn't want to win the first two games at home. They were like, nah, that's a lot of work. We couldn't do that.
Yeah,
Why make things easy on ourselves? The Cavs are down 3-1 because the Cavs. What's the other series? The Wolves are up 2-1. And is it 2-1 or 3-1? It's 2-1, right?
it's 2-1.
2-1. And they're racing the Curry hamstring. They're in a race against Steph Curry's hamstring
Yeah, exactly. What
to get this over
what
with.
what did Anthony Edwards say? Have
Oh,
you
he
heard
was
about
talking.
that? The little spat he had with somebody,
Oh
or he
yeah,
said something.
he's talking to
Go
Gary
ahead.
Payton. He's like, I know y'all trying to get this game. I know y'all trying to get the game 6 so y'all can get Curry back. And Gary's
Yeah.
like, that is absolutely the plan.
Yes.
But yeah, what series do you think is gonna end up going 7? If we forget a 7-game series,
Um, well, okay, so to be honest, I kind of think the Nuggets Thunder, I think that I think that's series kind of done. I think OKC is going to take it. I think the Nuggets they got to make some moves. They
Yeah.
that roster is like not good enough. Like OKC, that's just a better roster top to bottom than the Nuggets. So no, I don't see them going seven. Um, Probably see Boston, New York going to seven because
Mhm.
New York's gonna New York,
Yeah.
um, and also Joe Mazzulla's gonna. You think they're not gonna go down with it? It's going to a game seven one way or the other with Joe Mazzulla, and and who am I forgetting about? Oh, Indiana, Cleveland. No, I don't think that's going to seven. I think Indiana will wrap it up in Cleveland will probably win this next game, but I think Pacers can get it in six.
Yeah. Yeah. You think the Warriors hold on to save off till Steph comes back so they can then lose with a half-legged Steph?
Let's say, let's say if they do make it to Steph, do you think they'll pull it off?
I really don't, because I don't think Steph's gonna be 100%. I don't think you're 100% recovering from your hamstring strain at 37 in a week. Like I really don't.
That's true.
I'd love to see it because I was very much on this. I thought this trade was great. I'm like, yeah, you trade for Jimmy Butler because that's just Andrew Wiggins, but with playmaking and some more dogs, some real playoff
Hmm.
dogs. So I think that's just the trade you make in that situation. So I
Hmm.
do want to see all three of those guys like together again. I would like to see them at full strength versus the Wolves, but I don't think it's possible. I just don't see it happening. I don't think Steph. I think Steph will come back. I just don't think it's gonna be 100%, and I think it's gonna be an exit. I think they'll lose.
Mm.
Them playing with the heart to get Steph back is what makes it compelling. But then Steph comes back, it's like, no, you're probably gonna lose. You're probably out of here.
Yeah, no, I agree. Timberwolves too, and also when you look at them top to bottom, just
Mhm.
a better talented team. I
Right.
mean, between
Right.
them and the Thunder, and that's what we all want to see. I think, yeah, those are the two best teams in
I'm
the
gonna say
West for sure, if not the whole league.
I'm gonna say real cruel things about SGA if the Wolves see the Thunder. I already don't like him, but it'll get worse. Um,
Why is he a foul merchant?
I don't like his foul. I don't like his foul merchant ways. They do upset me. They
Yeah,
they really do.
I don't. I
Like
haven't watched
he be
them
doing
that
a
much
lot
this
to be
year.
like six. Yeah, he's 6'6". You doing a lot, bro.
Yeah, he
Like
is. He is skinny. He
yeah,
is very
yeah,
slender framed,
yeah,
so he does try to use that to his advantage. But I
yeah.
agree. I mean, as somebody who has one of the chief foul merchants out there, Trey Young, yeah, it's very frustrating. I
Yeah. And
understand it.
my thing with the Thunder too, they actually look at them like not from a hater standpoint, but from like an actual hoop standpoint. Last year, it made sense for SGA to be the only guy that could close his first time here. Year two is about they should be finding out who's going to be able to help us in the fourth quarter to close these games. And it
Yeah.
still looks like it's only SGA. Jalen Williams has shown a distinct lack of dog.
Hmm.
Chet Holmgren, I don't know if he's just that guy. He's the center. Like ultimately, he's still the center. I just don't know if center's going to be that guy. I think he'd like to be, but he's in and out of games. Like it's still like it's SJ or nothing here in this situation, and like
Hmm.
that should matter. But in this parity era, in this era with the Nuggets, I think because I can see that series going seven, but that's only because of my respect for the Nuggets because I haven't seen them at full strength get smoked get ran out of series in 6 games. Right, not at full strength. Right, I haven't seen that happen yet. Since the bubble, I guess. Right, and they didn't have Aaron
Yeah.
Gordon back. Like this version has not gotten run out of a series
Hmm.
healthy. So it's hard for me to see them losing in six. I could see it going seven and it's being gas because 2 7 game series is a lot. Just not having energy for that at some point. And the way these games being played so frequently now, which I think lended to why that game was so nasty the other day, because you playing back to back, like one day off in the playoffs, which is not supposed to be happening when you travel. You're supposed to get a day off. And it's like, dog, they're in Denver. They are tired.
Hmm.
Go to sleep, So I think that's gonna play. I think it's gonna wear down at some point. Jokic has not been good this series. I don't know if something's going on with him. Shooting wise, he hasn't been good. He's still Jokic, but he's shooting under 40%, like 3 straight games. It's not a thing he does. So I don't know, man. I think they somehow pushed it to 7 just because I believe in them. I believe in the championship medal. I believe in experience in the playoffs more than anything. I just value that a lot. Me and my friends got into an argument because they all picked the Rockets to beat the Warriors. I'm like, y'all just don't respect champions. Y'all don't respect
Mm.
experience. Y'all don't respect like adults. Like, what are y'all talking about right now?
Well, yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because I actually wanted to ask you, what do you think about the Rockets? Because I think that was a disappointing series. I thought they would do. Well, no, I kind of expected them to win that, even though at the end of the day, gun to my head, if I had to pick, it would have been the Warriors because of the
Yeah,
experience and the
yeah.
maturity. But yeah, is Jalen Green a bust? I mean, what's up?
I I haven't given up on Jalen Green yet. I'm like, this is his first playoff series. I still say he's only been on an adult on a real basketball team for 2 years, 2 3 years.
Hmm.
Because those
That's
first
true.
years, man, like they were just letting him do anything, and he's too it just can't. I've come around Jalen Green a little bit. I feel like I want to give him one more year in the playoffs. I have a 1 year rule for playoff behavior. You know how hard I am on guys in playoffs. I have a 1 year rule. First time in playoffs, I'm gonna let it go. Ty Jerome is pushing it though. Ty Jerome is really pushing it. I'm a big I'm a Ty Jerome guy, but hey man, hey
Yeah.
man, help me out, son, bro. He's pushing it, but I think if they ran that core back, I wouldn't be mad at it because I do think getting those guys, those young guys, that experience, I think that's valuable to them. And you remember when we talked about it when they made the move to get Dylan Brooks, Fred Van Fleet? I'm like, oh, this is a great move because you need to get some grown ups in that locker room.
Yeah.
They're here now. They got to where you want to see them get to. Amen Thompson is like that basketball playing robot. He's gonna be
Yeah.
everything Ben Simmons couldn't be for me.
Yep.
Him and his brother, you know, it'll be everything that Ben Simmons couldn't be. So I think they got the pieces there, but yeah, they don't have them losing that series because they have the offense didn't shock me. I do think Jalen Green's got it. I mean, he next year's got to be it. He's not. He didn't do it next year. He's not doing it. It is what it is. But Giannis might be there, so that'll fix everything.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of weird when, well, it's not weird because I get the reasoning as to why it happens, but we judge James Harden for in the clutch not taking over, and taking enough shots. And Jalen Green practically did that the entire series. I mean, the dude was barely throwing up any shots, and he's supposed to be like that guy, one of those dudes. So, but yeah, I mean, I guess
That's
it comes with the immaturity, but I feel
yeah.
like if when you're a younger player, you usually have more of the problem of, oh, take less shots instead of, hey, you need to take more shots.
That's a fair point. It's a fair point. I thought that way about him and Cade a little bit. I thought Cade was forcing it a little too much, and I thought Jalen was not going for it a little too much too.
Yeah,
I thought
and
Cade was like
you got
trying
to
so
find
hard to
that
be that guy.
balance.
Yeah, I thought Cade was trying to be that guy too much. Like, yo, just let the game come to you. And Jalen's like, I don't think I got it. And like I said, there's a balance somewhere in there. And I do think with another year he had that growth. I read some like Fred Van Fleet comments about him. Fred Van Fleet speaks highly of him. He's like, yo, like
Hmm.
kid's young. He's gonna be fine. You just gotta give it time. You gotta let that develop. He's got all the skills. So I do think that I think it's there. And people are hard on Jalen Green because of what the choice in woman he fell for. And I just want to say I don't think that's his fault. He's under
I don't,
25.
I don't
Do
know
you
what
know?
happened.
Oh, look up Drea real quick on your phone if you guys have. Look up Drea Michelle. Is that her last name? I think that's her last name.
DREA,
Dray. Dray. Um.
Drea Michelle.
Yeah. I think that's her name.
She's 40.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and
That,
what? So what happened?
well, her and Jalen Green have a child together.
Oh,
Yeah, she got him last year. You know.
oh,
Yeah, and
oh, and
people.
so they are together. So they're a thing.
Yeah,
They're not a.
and people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, people. They've been getting on Jalen Green about that. I'm like, who amongst us under there? Because she has a reputation. It's like who amongst us under the age of 25 wouldn't have been tricked by Jalen Green by Dre and Michelle if we had money.
I was about to say she don't even look 40. That was a very
Yeah,
shocking, yeah,
yeah.
reveal.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who amongst us couldn't have fallen for that trap at that young age? All right.
Exactly.
So be
exactly.
nice to that young man, you know?
Brittany Renner taught a whole course on, how
You
this
feel me?
happens.
You feel me? Like the young man fell for a trap. But no, I have a love hate relationship with the Rockets as a team because like I kind of I hate Dylan Brooks. I hate him. Can't stand him.
Yeah,
Um,
same.
Ime's also very extra with his attitude. Like, why are you calling players out their name? You're a coach. And
Hmm.
first of all, you weren't even an enforcer type of player when you played. So I don't know where all this attitude comes from. Because you got kicked out your
Serious?
last.
Really? He wasn't that type of player?
I don't think he was. He was like a guard, I think. I
Yeah, I
think
mean that is very weird if he's not that type of player and he carries himself like that.
yeah, like I'm just kind of I'm over their whole act over there, but I see the pieces and I see the talent and I see that team as something that could be very very good going forward. And
Yeah.
it'd be cool
Well,
to
I
see.
mean, really, we don't bring it up enough. And forgive me that I'm don't even remember her name, but wasn't it just very telling of the type of person he may be or is when he's cheating on,
Nia Long,
one of the icons? Yes,
yeah,
Nia Long.
yeah.
Yes.
While also and cheating in a way that got you fired. Like, what were you doing?
Yes.
You deviant.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
By the way, Nia tweeted the other day, "Let's go Knicks." By the way, so that's where that's at. That's where that's at. That's how far that's going. But
Good
yeah,
for her.
I like the Rockets. I think people are gonna judge the Rockets if they bring back the same roster next year. I'm not though, because I think you got the young guys for their first playoff run. You run it back next year, see what those guys are capable of after with some experience. Flame out again, hey. You know who you got, you know who your dogs are, you know who they're not, right? Then you make the move.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a rush. I don't think they have to rush to do it this year. If they
Yeah.
do it, I'm not judging them, but I don't think they have to either way. Now, if they can go, if they say, hey, if they get Giannis, go get him,
Mm.
go get him right now. Because I don't
Who
know, I don't know who's gonna shoot, but if you tell me you got Giannis and Amen Thompson bringing up the defense, you might only need to score 60 points. You might only need
where
60 a night.
where do you think is the most likely landing spot for Giannis?
Uh, Most likely, or where do I want him to go the most?
Both.
um, I think the most likely spot is honestly probably if the Thunder flame out this round, right?
Hmm.
He's going. OKC's making that call. OKC's
Who are they giving up? I mean, I'm sure Chet
Yeah,
Holmgren.
you got to give up
Um,
Chet. You got to Chet or Jalen, right? And from the Bucks, I want Chet. I don't want Jalen. I want Jalen Williams.
why not both?
I think
I mean,
I
don't you
think
think
Sam's
you can
gonna
get
try and
both
tease
out of
you.
that?
You probably could. Well, I think Sam's gonna tease you with like the idea of 30 of like 75 picks. Like look at all my picks. Tell me which ones you want. I think he's gonna tease
Yeah,
you throw that in.
I was about to ask you whose
Yeah.
team's picks does he have?
So the Sam Presti pick thing, right? This is something I've discovered recently, Levi. I don't believe these picks are actually that valuable. I'm gonna look up the
Well,
list and tell you.
I think you've been saying this for a long time, though. This
I
has been your
have.
take for a long time.
I'm pretty sure I have. But like it's kind of worse now. Let me pull up this list, right? Because there's a lot. All right, so this year
And it
they got
hasn't
the
proven
Miami
that
pick,
right yet. It hasn't proven
right?
that right yet.
But look, this
Because
year they
with
have
the
the yeah. Well, he hit the lottery a bunch of times. He's been good at this. He's
yeah,
been very good
exactly.
at this.
Yeah.
He's hit the lottery. But I mean for other teams, right? So we got Miami's first this year, Clippers first, Clippers pick swap. But we're going to 2026, right? They got the 76ers pick, but that's protected 1 through 6 this year, and it's not gonna land there, I don't think.
Mhm.
Um, and let's see. They got their own first. They got Utah's first next year, which is a 1 through 8 protected, which means you don't have a good Utah pick because Utah's. Let me tell you what Utah's going to be next year. Right in 1 through 8. The Clippers pick in 27. A Denver pick that's 1 through 5 protected in 27. I don't think Denver's going to fall off that much of a cliff unless Jokic leaves on his own. A 2028 Dallas pick, cool. A Denver pick in 29. Like these aren't, but that's their first round picks for the future. They all have heavy protections on them, which is why I'm like, I don't think with the NBA, right? A top once that pick falls out to like the top 6, your chances are very very slim of what kind of player you're gonna land. You got to trust in
Yeah.
your ability to develop at that point, and like that's why for me, I'm like, I don't know how great these picks are, but I know a GM would go for it because it's the hope.
Yeah.
It's the hopium that's deep.
Yes.
So yeah, I
Dude,
think
there's no
because
stronger drug than hope, though.
oh my god, it's the greatest. It's the greatest. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think you say you can get Chet, Caruso probably because I don't because I think they might be able to take Giannis on without. Cause I don't think they're deep into the cap yet at all, salary wise. So I'm pretty sure they
Hmm.
can just take Giannis on. So I would ask for Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren because I don't know if you know this, the Bucks don't have their own pick until like 2030.
Yeah, yeah. Because of yeah, Dame
Uh,
and who else?
Dame and Drew Holiday.
Yeah,
Because Drew
yeah.
Holiday trade as well. So they don't have their own pick either. So you kind of got to take back what you can get at that point. Let me see. Let me see what I can do here because I'm in the trade finder. I love trade finder was the best NBA creation. Oh, it's so much fun, especially
Isn't
when
the
they have those.
lottery tonight?
It is. It is. Oh yeah. By
I'm
the way, we're
praying.
talking about Giannis. Asked for a trade. What's up, Rusty? We're talking about Giannis asked for a trade because of the fact that Sham Charania leaked today that hey, Giannis for the first time in his career is considering other options.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I'm like,
So, I
ah,
mean, this has been the speculation for a lot of this year, though, is
no,
that
yeah,
this
yeah.
might probably will be the last one.
And honestly, for like the sake of both parties, it is what's best, right? Because Dame is gone for at least 2 seasons. By the time he comes back, you're not really gonna have much there going for you. Giannis isn't bad enough to where you're gonna miss the playoffs with him. And even if you do, it's not gonna be like you're a 12-win team at the bottom of the lottery, and you don't have your own pick anyway. It's like
Hmm.
the best group for everybody. If Giannis wants one more championships, because Giannis said on his brother's podcast, if I retire with one championship, I will not be able to sleep at night.
Oh,
He
really?
said that. Yeah, he said that. He said that he would not be able to sleep at night if he retires with just one championship. He wants another one very badly. So if that's his motivation to pursue championships, and y'all can't do it, it's got to be an amicable breakup at this point. Like it's what's best for everybody, truthfully. Um, now how do they pull
Yeah,
that up? Where does he go? I think you gotta. I mean, if OKC calls you and he's willing to go to OKC, he's going. You send him to OKC, right? Because I do think you should work with him a little bit because it's isn't like a unexpected thing. Everybody wins. Oh, the Bucks can't do that.
well, am I crazy for thinking that New York's the most realistic?
I think it. Yeah. No. Yeah. I'm assuming that's Cat probably,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, I know they just got him and it's on a big deal. Isn't he on a big deal?
Yeah,
But
it's an upgrade. It's an immediate upgrade.
yes.
Like an
And if
immediate
you're
upgrade.
Milwaukee, you got to get something.
Yeah, you can't tank. You have no room to tank at all, right? So
Yeah,
probably gotta be, yeah. But they also I think all those picks they gave in the Mikal Bridges trade. I just what the
that's
Bucks want,
true.
right? Do the Bucks want a player and picks? If they want a player and picks, they can't go with the Knicks. Because the
No.
Knicks can't they don't have any picks to give you. Um
What if that Atlanta makes a run at him since we were the ones who were supposed to have him first?
let's do it. If you want me to get a Hawks hat and a Hawks jersey, you bring Giannis to Atlanta.
We'll trade Trey Young. I'm cool with that. We can trade Trey Young because the Bucks need a point guard, and yeah, I'm trying to think of some other pieces we can trade because there's nobody else I really want to trade from the team.
I know, right?
But
Yeah, you can't go with
yeah.
the young Dyson. You can't go with young Dyson. I love Dyson.
Oh, we can trade Okongwu, Trey
Oh yeah,
Young, and
yeah, yeah.
Okongwu.
There we go. Now, what's that? Okay. Now, who would I want him to go to? What team was my wish team for Giannis?
Uh huh.
Levi, you can probably guess this knowing me, but send him to San Antonio.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Do it. Give me Fox. Give me De'Aaron Fox. Give me Victor Wembanyama, and give me Giannis Antetokounmpo. And let's just run the league. Let's just run the league with mutants. Sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
That's my
I
dream
still
team.
think it's crazy that Sacramento traded De'Aaron Fox.
I just that thing fell apart so fast, didn't it?
It did. The purple beam died.
The beam died. The purple. It did. That was a nice 1 year for them, wasn't it?
Yeah, it had its flash of you know uh fame, but that was it.
Right, that was all. That was all they had. That was all they had, man. It was a fun brief time. And I remember arguing with my friend, like, they finna pay Sabonis all that money for what? Not
Yeah.
go anywhere. And they got to. I'm like, do they have to though? Do they have to? Because I don't think they're going anywhere.
At the
And
time,
it, yeah,
I
I
was,
understood.
I thought it.
Yeah, look, he taught me down on it, but it didn't stop me from taking a petty victory lap after it happened.
Yeah,
After everything fell apart, I still
it's
took my petty
deserved.
victory.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, yeah, the Kings are a failure of organization. But yeah, Giannis to the Spurs is what I would like. Now it really depends on what kind of negotiations it comes to. Now Giannis said he wants to win championships. If he says something stupid like I want to go to Brooklyn, we're gonna have a talk.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna
I
have a
don't
talk.
see him wanting to go to
I don't think so
Brooklyn.
either. I don't think so either. Oh, here we go. I got to modify the contract.
But I think San Antonio is a place he would like to go to.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, he would love that. I think he would love that.
I can see him embracing the cowboy culture in San Antonio.
Right?
Yeah.
He would, him. Yeah, he would have a good time in San Antonio. Where does Zion Williamson go?
Yeah. Wait, where?
Atlanta? He coming to Atlanta?
I mean, I'd be okay with it. But depending on, is he a free agent or a trade
He's gonna be. He's. I think they can cut him this year with no
penalty?
repercussions. Yeah, and I think they do that because why would you pay him $30-something million? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no reason to do such a thing.
No. Yeah, I'll take him.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know
I
how
think
much money
Zion.
we have, but I'll take him.
Yeah, to me, Zion on an affordable contract becomes an immediate get, especially for like 1 year. I feel he's gonna have to take a 1 year prove it deal, and I think that's an immediate risk for anybody. That's a no risk. That's a low risk, high reward for anybody.
Yeah.
Honestly, um,
You
I
know
want
who
to
I
see
can see signing him though,
who that
even though they don't need him? Charlotte.
they would do that, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
They would just
Isn't
so
he
they
a
have one.
Jordan? Isn't he a Jordan player?
I think he is. I think he is.
Yeah, he's a Jordan player and he's from South Carolina, right?
He is. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jordan, do you see he's going to be a special TV consultant for NBC's NBA show?
Oh, I did see. I didn't really read it,
We
but
might have Michael
yeah, I
Jordan
saw
giving hot
that.
takes. We might have MJ giving hot takes on basketball, and that is going to be special.
Yeah, it is.
That
Finally,
that is gonna be
maybe we can
special.
finally get the verdict on if he likes LeBron or
Get
not.
his real thoughts, right? Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
know. Um. Let's see. What else is?
What? Oh, I mean,
Mhm.
speaking of, I mean, is LeBron coming back? What's the dealio on that?
I I think LeBron's coming back because that's what's best for business.
Yes.
Unless he comes out like one final ride and it's like, hey Cleveland, let's do it. Let's do it one more time.
I think LeBron, and they all have the same struggle, so it's nothing different. But I think he's gonna have the hardest time out of everyone, like Jordan and others who had the hardest time of stepping away. Like,
Yes.
um, and I totally get it. I do not blame him for that. If I was in his position, I would be in the same exact way. But
No, yeah.
I think
And the thing is,
mainly most of it is LeBron really does like that the NBA flows through him. Like,
oh,
all the
absolutely,
headlines. Yeah,
absolutely.
he loves that and he does not want to give that up.
Yeah, and if if it's been that way since you were 16 years old, I
Y-
understand.
yes, yeah, exactly.
What else am I supposed to do? What else am I
Yeah,
supposed to do?
exactly.
I do think now the real question for LeBron Levi: does he take under a max deal? Because he
I think
should.
he will. Yeah, I think he will because yeah, I mean, he's super competitive. So I think if he can do it, he's going to try to make another run at it for a championship. He's not going to do it just for nothing or just to, still be in the NBA. Um, and, he's always got, look, if it doesn't work out, he's got injuries to fall back on, so.
sprained MCL.
Yeah, bro. Like it's like how many times is that, bro? Like after a playoff exit, we hear within 24 hours LeBron's injury.
You remember after they lost that Warrior series and he had a broken hand
Yeah,
with the wristband on? It's like,
yeah.
all right, okay, LeBron. No one's tried to write their own story while being here more than LeBron. It's truly
Yeah,
been.
it look, I've got to take right now. If LeBron can't get his hands on an NBA team, that dude's gonna somehow like hold like majority share of ESPN or something like that.
He's leaving with something. He's leaving
Exactly.
with something. Yeah.
Or TNT basketball on TNT is gonna be
Yes.
owned by
He's
LeBron.
gonna buy that just to fire Charles Barkley.
Yeah, exactly,
And I might
exactly.
applaud it. I might applaud him if he does it.
Yeah.
but, but no, yeah, I think that's the real conversation is LeBron ready to take under a max contract because in this first apron, second apron thing, you have to. You can't have LeBron on the max anymore. As good as he is and as valuable as he still is, he's not a max player, man. That time is over.
And you got to be think like LeBron thinks too. If he's thinking this way, and he probably is, that's going to hurt your reputation, bro. If you take that money, because you are kind of sacking the team right there. If you
Mm-hmm.
are, so yeah, bro, you just kind of came in, and then when you look at it years from then, it's like, oh, what did LeBron really do, like
Right.
for the Lakers or whatever, besides the bubble
Yeah.
ring?
Yeah. Because the citizens of Kobe Stein will not let it go.
No.
Because they don't love the Lakers, they love Kobe.
Yes.
even though they all cheered for Kobe to get that money, he didn't. That kind of tanked the team for like 5 years. But yeah,
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, yeah, but but it'll be reversed to all the LeBron stands
yeah,
who I'm
exactly
sure
right.
absolutely hated Kobe or
Yeah,
crapped on him for that. Yeah,
it's
they'll be
gonna
okay
be
with LeBron
it's
doing
gonna be
it.
disgusting times out here. Real disgusting
Yeah.
times. But yeah, but yeah. So I'm gonna give. I guess I didn't even get my own playoff picks. I got I got OKC based off timing, Ben, and just being young, youthful legs. You know, I just think they're gonna have the energy. Okay.
I'm shocked.
I know it doesn't make me happy to make such a pick, but I just think they. I just feel like Denver's just tired. The
Yeah.
young old guys are just they're a little tired out here.
Yeah,
Um,
I think that's why Jokic's performance this series has suffered is
yeah,
because I think
yeah,
he's tired too. Even though you can argue this isn't the most work he's had to do in the
right,
playoffs, um, he's
yeah,
had to do a lot of work still, and he's had to do a lot of work throughout this whole season, really,
right,
to keep
right.
them where they're
Keep
at.
them
So,
afloat. Yeah, yeah.
what do you think about too Jamal Murray? Were we too hyped on him during the bubble and the
No,
couple seasons after?
no, yes and no, right? I think Jamal Murray. If you look at Jamal Murray for what he is, you understand it better. The problem with Jamal Murray is always people are like, oh, Jamal Murray's underrated. No, he's not. Jamal Murray shows up for 4 months in the season.
Hmm.
Like Jamal Murray tries in April, and a couple
He
times
can't
on
be
national.
he can't be your second best player.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
Um, because he's not that level of consistent.
Hmm.
Now in the playoffs, he has a motor he gets to, and it's incredible. But he's just not that guy for an entire season. It's just not that. So I think it's funny when people are like, my friend was talking about this the other day. Like people are like, oh, Jamal Murray's so underrated, but then they're always like, yo, Jokic ain't played with another All Star. Which is it? Which
Yeah.
which one is it? Either the roster's not good enough, or Jamal Murray's underrated. It's
Hmm.
one of the two, right? But no, Jamal is the guy that I think I like because I know in the playoffs, I mostly trust him in the playoffs for the most part, right? But I also look at him for what he is, which is sometimes an electric guy, sometimes he's annoying. But the
Yeah.
problem is they got two of those guys because Michael Porter Jr. is also over there.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that.
You can get away with one, you can't get away with two.
Michael Porter Jr. is a magician.
Oh my
he
gosh,
the
he is
disappearing acts he can pull off.
boy,
Amazing.
boy. Did you see that the Nuggets weren't keen on trading him? The ownership wasn't keen on trading him because he went to Missouri.
No, really. I mean, that
Yeah,
we talked about many a times throughout the years how stupid this ownership group is, or the owner is. I
yeah.
forgot who is it that owns the
Cronky.
Nuggets. Yeah,
State Farm.
exactly, Kroenke. Yeah,
And like he went to Missouri. He was a one and done man. He's not that much of a Mizzou guy. Like, come on, man.
yeah.
He was a one and done. I think his back was
Did
hurt this past.
Kroenke go to Mizzou?
I think they did. Yeah, they got lineage there apparently. So like
Oh,
he's a
okay.
Mizzou man.
Oh,
Which makes sense. You
speak.
know they did own the Rams where they moved them out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is super random.
Hmm?
And I don't know why I just thought of it, but one thing that I found out since we've really done the show is that so my fiance, her
Yeah.
mom's side of the family, they're from Eufaula. They grew up there, and uh, her aunt, her mom's sister or whatever, was in the same class as and was very good friends with what's his name, Sneed, Les Sneed.
Yeah. 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 Oh
Yeah,
really?
yeah, 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 yeah. Because he grew up in Eufaula, and
Oh
so they were in the
wow.
same class and everything. And they said that that dude has been about it since day one. Like he would miss when the days of like the NFL draft or like NBA draft, or because back then it wasn't really on TV, or it would happen, during the day,
Right.
during the week or whatever. He would skip school to like listen to it or to watch it or whatever. And
No.
so, like, yeah, they said he's always been about it, like, since day
Yeah.
one.
No, the NFL GMs like listen to them talk about it. It's like their dream was to play football. They knew they weren't good enough. Like, no, I wanted to be working that. I want to be a
Yeah,
GM.
exactly.
It's that
Yeah,
kind of like.
and some of them too, and it's kind of to their own detriment as well. But these dudes also, they have like just a different processing brain, kind of like they're kind of like math nerds or geeks or
Yes.
whatever. But
Yes.
it's and it takes form. Their interests, instead of accounting or other type of things in that area, it's in football or
Yes.
sports.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. For
Yeah.
sure. Those guys are awesome. Um.
So
It's
sorry.
fascinating.
When I heard that,
No,
I was
you're
like,
good.
oh, I got to tell Titus that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty
For
cool.
sure. For sure. That's
Yeah.
that's Super Bowl champ right there,
Yeah.
Mister F them picks.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so
That's
funny.
true too.
Yeah. Yeah. There was something else. I think hoops related. I think there was. Oh, Jimmy Butler.
Ah,
Do you see Jimmy said the other day that my obligation isn't to score?
yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yes, yes, it is. Steph's gone, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Steph isn't here.
Yeah.
um, Jimmy is fascinating to me, like as a case study, because he has the ability to be like a superstar level player, but he honestly just wants to be the greatest role player ever.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like that's ultimately what he wants to distribute. He wants to like he'll take shots when he needs to, but he's nice. He's fine next to Steph because he's like, yo, Steph can go be the star. I will help. I want to help Steph, but he's
But
capable of
what
being.
but to his but what hinders Jimmy Butler and his relationships and stints with teams is the fact that he wants to be that, but also wants to be treated like the guy, these
Mm-hmm.
superstar guys. Like, you can't have your cake and
Mm-hmm.
eat it too, buddy.
Right, right. Like that's what's so funny. Everybody's like, oh, he left them because they didn't want to win. He left Miami because they didn't want to pay him. We all
Yeah,
know this. He tanked that because they wouldn't pay him. If they Miami would have paid him, he would have happily complained and stayed right there on that roster.
yeah,
Like we all know this. Like we don't have to make
hmm,
it what he wanted to get paid. Every time Jimmy has blown up situations because he wanted to get paid. He
yep,
blew up. He blew up Minnesota because they didn't offer. They didn't give him the contract he wanted. Like he can
yeah,
blame it on. I don't think he liked Karl Anthony Towns. I can also understand why he didn't like Karl Anthony Towns, given things that Jimmy's come from. I get that.
yeah.
But if they would have paid him, he would have stayed there and just verbally abused Karl Anthony Towns for 3 years until they traded him. Like that's what would have happened.
It would have been fun though. It would have
Oh, it would have been amazing. It would have been great.
been.
It would have been so great. But yeah, it's so fascinating with him. He's an instant character. Not a top 5 guy, not necessarily a top 10 guy, but he's the guy you want. I don't think there's 10 guys you want more than him on your team in the playoffs when
Yeah,
healthy. Right? Like it's a fascinating study in
yeah.
just
He's pretty much become, and I think at one point he was that guy. He did want to be the
absolutely,
superstar guy,
absolutely,
and
yeah,
then he got a taste of
100%.
it,
Mm-hmm.
and was like, "Oh, never mind." He's pretty much James Harden. Like he's a different version of like James Harden, because that's how I feel James Harden is. I think James Harden
Mm.
would rather at the end of the day be the role player.
Oh no,
Uh,
James Harden's like one thing I can say for James that for to be the offensive talent that he is a very willing point guard. Like
yeah,
very willing point guard. He's like, no, I'll be the secondary guy. That's cool. You got it.
yeah, exactly. But when he was in OKC, he wanted to be that guy because he
Yep.
was third on the list, and
Yep.
then
Yep.
being in Houston,
Mm-hmm.
uh, that really just sucked the life out of him, in a few ways. So uh, yeah, if you catch my drift there, being in Houston and know what James Harden likes to do on his off nights or the nights he is supposed to be
Oh
on.
god. Oh god, that was great.
Sorry, we can cut that. It didn't need the explanation, but yeah, I kind of view them in the same, category.
I, yeah, I definitely was saying. I think I have James Harden in the category of permanent choker. I would never trust him in any situation. But I do
Yeah,
get your ultimate point, right? Like they want to be the guy and realize they need help. I think Jimmy made those finals, and it's like, hey, oh, you lost for a second. Um, when he comes back, I'll finish that thought on Jimmy Butler. All right, there we go. But yeah, I think I was
can you hear
saying,
me?
yeah, I hear you. But yeah, I was saying, can you hear me? Oh, no, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
I can't hear you.
Oh snap! Hold on. Something I need to do. No, he's here. Let me try this. Hold on for 1 second. Stay right there. Add. Oh dang it! I did it twice. Ah,
Sorry, I got another one of those calls.
you're good. You're good. You hear me now?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I was gonna say, Jimmy. I think Jimmy wanted to be that guy. Thought he was capable of being that guy. Then he made the finals. It's like, man, I need another guy here.
yeah,
Pat, get me another guy. And then you try to have another guy with Dame and the NBA, the ringer and NBA media said you cannot give up Tyler Hero for Dame and send him to
yeah.
Miami where you can be happy. No, no, stop it. That was a conspiracy. I will stand on this that was a Bill Simmons and ringer conspiracy to make sure that Miami did not get Damian Lillard because they were Celtics fans. They were scared.
Oh yeah.
It was a lot of Celtics media that was like, this trade is unfathomable. A lot of Celtics media did that and made that trade impossible to make. That's what they
Yeah.
did. I saw it. I was like, this is crazy. Like, y'all like Tyler Hero's a scrub. So yeah, I stand by
Yeah,
that.
it's crazy.
I stand by that. But no, and then he wanted help and they didn't get help, and then he wanted to get paid. He would have been fine staying there if they got paid, and they said no, you don't play enough. And now we're here with him in the
Which I
West.
mean, I agree is the right move by Pat. And
I agree too.
the
Yeah.
whole everybody, I don't think there was a single Miami fan that really thought Jimmy Butler should have gotten paid. So
No, no. That their complaint, which is valid about Pat, is that you should have traded him sooner in the
yeah,
offseason. I'm like, that's a fair point. That should have gotten done in the offseason already. Like, because you know where this was going.
yeah. The one
Like you
thing
knew where this was
Pat's
going.
bad at is, well,
Stuff.
I mean, it's hard to say, but I'd say he's bad at letting players go on time.
Yeah. Oh,
Or
he's stubborn.
yeah,
He's stubborn.
yeah,
Yeah. He's like, we can work this out. No, you can't, Pat.
yeah,
Oh, there's no working it out. Jimmy Butler, not under contract, is the most toxic player in the history of basketball.
yep.
We've never seen anything like this level of toxicity.
That is a fact.
It's really a whole different brand of toxic that man displays when he's not getting paid what he
Yeah,
wants. But yeah, that was that anyway. That I'm not obligated to score a thing. I'm like, that's why they got you, Jimmy. They literally got you for that.
yep.
Who else? Oh, I was having this talk, the Jason Tatum conversation the other day, right? And I confirmed it with the Celtics fan. Everybody's Celtics are like, why isn't Tatum in these talks with the best players in the league, even though he's one of those guys? like skill wise, right? And I realized something, Levi. Let me ask you this way, right? Basketball IQ, right? I'm gonna name like 5 guys. Let's see, 5 or 6. Let's see: Jokic, Giannis, SGA,
LeBron. LeBron.
Luca. Yeah, what's our LeBron? LeBron. Then let's say Tatum now, right? Of those 6 names, which one do you think has the lowest basketball IQ?
Wait, who were the other names you said though?
Jokic, Jokic, Giannis, LeBron, Luca, SGA, Tatum. Those are the 5.
Oh
Jason
yeah,
Tatum.
Jason Tatum. Yeah,
Yeah, right,
yeah, for
right.
sure.
So I was like, oh yeah, Tatum's not viewed as that guy because he's a little bit stupid in basketball terms. Why is he stupid? In basketball, he does like when it comes to the fourth quarter and when it comes to the fourth quarter and decision making, right? I trust all those guys to probably find the best shot possible. I trust
Yeah.
Jason Tatum to take a step back 3 with Jalen Brunson guarding him.
Yeah, we already know what move he's going to make. He's got
Yeah,
one move in the bag, and we already know he's going to it.
yeah.
So, yeah, it's whether if he just makes it or not. Um, but I think when it comes to Jason Tatum, Colin Coward had the best take on it.
Oh,
Uh,
that was excellent.
yeah, and it really just summed it up. The man just has no aura. There's
He
nothing
doesn't.
original about him, and his game's not exciting.
Which
Uh,
is funny because like we've seen him drop like 50-point playoff games, 40-some point playoff games, like extend series or like
mhm.
clinch a series.
But it was all from the corner.
Right. Yeah.
It was all from the wing in the corner.
now, my whole take on some of those things, right? I told my friends who were like, yo, like we saw him drop 50, like he dropped 40 something on the Sixers and stuff like that. And my whole take is when they were down, he's like they were down 3-2. And my whole take is, yeah, but why were they down 3-2? Whose fault was that?
Yeah.
Whose responsibility is it that they were down 3 games to 2 in that series? Someone let me know. Because
Yeah,
it's his fault. He's
Yes.
you know what I call I call him? I call him MVP. You know what it stands for?
What was that?
Most valuable procrastinator.
Yeah.
Because when the series is almost over, inexplicably, he's like, oh snap, let me go drop 45 real quick. It's like, what you been doing? We need you for so long.
You know that's why that is.
Why is that? Because he went to Duke?
No, well, he can't hear Kobe until he gets into that position. Then Kobe starts speaking to
Then he
him.
speaks to him? That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes a ton of sense, actually. That
He
actually
can't
makes
turn it
sense.
on until Kobe speaks.
Right. It's so it's just ridiculous to them, man. That guy.
Yeah.
That guy as a talent. Like, because he's so good. I think he's so skilled. But it's just like you just don't do star things.
hmm And when he has the opportunity to, he's very unoriginal. Oh yeah, I totally forgot you got a Celtics fan in the room, don't you?
No.
Oh wait, I thought I thought she was a Celtics fan.
No. She doesn't have an
Oh,
NBA team yet because I don't have an NBA team yet. When I get one, she'll have one.
oh, okay.
She's still a free agent. But if Giannis goes to the Spurs, we got our team.
No,
His
that's
household
okay.
is
That's gonna be the
decided.
team.
His household is decided.
Wow.
The Minnesota thing didn't work out. I didn't re up on the subscription. You know, I had the trial, had the free 1 year trial. I didn't re up
Yeah,
on the subscription, so it didn't,
I'm
because
kind of shocked. I thought you would have
I
still be
wanted
riding.
I wanted to, right? But the way they went out, thank you. The way they went out last year, like
Oh
that
yeah,
disgusting display. And I was like, I only got time for one like super disappointing team, potentially disappointing team in my life, and that's the Eagles. They deserve all my attention. And the Eagles won the Super Bowl, so it's like, well, that's clear off my list for now. We're good.
yeah,
But I was already, Minnesota they gone too far. They destroyed my love of basketball. I didn't watch the finals last year, right?
yeah. I remember you telling me that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's because Minnesota destroyed my love of basketball with what they did. They
I
destroyed it.
understand that.
So,
That's really why
so
I didn't watch the NBA that much this year. Was just because of the Hawks.
yeah, I was in and out. I was kind of following my friends the other day because they were super hardcore, but I was very, very focused on football. It was hard for me to come back this year.
Yeah,
But I was like, and once we got that, I guess I can focus on. About I didn't focus on it like that. It was hard. And then the teams at the top, I don't like them. I don't like the Celtics. You know, I like Joe Mazzulla. I don't like the Celtics. I don't like the Thunder. It's like, it's nothing. What's here for me? All my greats are falling by the wayside. Steph Curry's getting older. My generation.
Yeah, and I think we want Joe Mazzulla winning. I mean, losing.
I want to see what it
Because
looks like.
yes, I think he's the most fun. We get more
Yes.
fun Joe Mazzulla.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
when they're losing.
That is a fact.
Yeah.
Because Joe just be out here doing stuff. It's like, why not shoot? Why not shoot 73s? What do you mean? Why not?
Yeah.
No reason to do anything else. We should just keep doing that. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else, bro. I think we.
No, that's it for me. I gotta get off anyways. So
So
well,
in case you didn't see it, yes, NTE is back.
back like we never left.
Facts. It really is though, because the chemistry is unmatched.
It is
Unfathomable. But yeah, thank you, bro. We'll be back probably next Monday because I'm also off next Monday. So yeah,
bet.
it's Monday. Thank y'all. Have a good week. See y'all then.
Appreciate y'all.